it's Wellness Wednesday, and today we're talking about motivation. So here we go. I wanted to talk today about what your motivation is and encourage you to write it down and write down all of your motivating factors. There are two types of motivating factors. So when you go to write it down, get a piece of paper, fold it in half or draw a line down the middle, and on one side write external motivation or extrinsic, and then on the right side or the other side write internal motivation or intrinsic motivation. And then you're going to list on either side, what is motivating you to want to be healthy? Are you inspired by somebody in your life who is healthy? Do you have a doctor's, have you had a doctor's appointment that resulted in some news that you wanted to be more healthy? Whatever your motivators are, let's write them down. So let's talk about each one a little bit more specifically. So external motivators are those things that are motivating you that come from outside of yourself. So they can be, okay, so me, for example, I am often motivated by external motivators. And on my piece of paper on the left column, I have several things written down. Usually there are dates included. So if I have an upcoming event like a wedding or a baby shower or whatever it is, like a vacation that's coming up, and I want to look a certain way or I want to be a certain size when I have that event. Those dates are external motivators. Usually when those dates passed, whether or not I have reached my goal weight, I am no longer motivated to stay on plan or to stay on track, okay? So that's one type of it. Another external motivator is what comes from other people. So if you have a doctor's, like I mentioned, if you have gone to the doctor and it resulted in some tests that needed to be done, which those tests resulted in high cholesterol or diabetes or something like that, where you were like, oh, it's, that wake-up call, like I'm unhealthy. I need to start changing my diet and changing my activities to be healthy. That's not an internal motivation because it's coming from a doctor's appointment. And unfortunately, not all the time, but sometimes once those benchmarks are passed or you're within the limitations or that parameter that the doctor gives you, you're no longer motivated to continue on the journey. Now, that's not everybody. That is a blanket statement, please know, but it is an external motivator, okay? If you register for a race, like physically, you're trying to get more physically fit and you're like, I need to think of something to do to motivate me to go out and exercise every day. For me, if I register for a race, whether it's, a 5K or a 10K, or if I'm feeling really ambitious and I want to do a half marathon, I have never done a marathon yet, but I have done 2 half marathons, then that motivation comes externally. I have the date on the calendar. I have to train my body so that I can get to the finish line alive, that sort of stuff. So right now on the left side of your paper, I want you to pause the video and think of all of your external motivators. Why do you want to do it? So again, for me, I'm going to write down, so again, for me, I'm going to write down a vacation that I'm taking in May that I want to look good for. I'm going to be seeing my family in June, so that's another external motivator, and I have registered for a race in the spring. I have those 3 external motivators as to why I want to lose weight, okay? So write down your external motivators. All right, you got them? Okay, now let's switch over to the right side of the page. These are going to be your internal motivators. Why are you doing this for yourself? Internal motivation comes from a place within where you're doing the activity strictly because you enjoy doing it, because of how it feels for you to do it. You're not receiving any monetary gain. You're not receiving any congratulations or accolades. Nobody is going to pat you on the back. You just enjoy doing it. So there's a lot of things in your life that you're internally motivated for. Unfortunately for me, health and fitness is sometimes one of the last strings on the end of the train. I don't necessarily think about my health and fitness first. So let's give a couple of examples of internal motivators, okay? For me, an internal motivator is my children. I have developed a lot of unhealthy habits that my children are picking up on, specifically going out to eat. I really enjoy eating out. I like restaurants. I like the feeling of being in a restaurant. I like being with my family and not having to do the dinner and make sure it finishes on time and that everything's on the table and still warm, and then having to clean up afterwards. Like, I just enjoy restaurants. So for me, an internal motivator is that I want to teach my kids that eating out at restaurants is not a healthy choice because their portions are a lot larger than they should be. The calories are significantly larger because of the portions. I mean, chips and salsa or chips in any kind of dip is my weakness. I can down a whole basket full without even blinking twice. These are unhealthy habits that I don't want my children to watch me continue to practice, and therefore by the time that they leave my home that they are practicing. So one of my internal motivators is because I want to teach my children health. Another internal motivator for me is that I want to have energy. I want to be healthy for my kids so that when my son asks me to go out and play ball with him during the summer, or I need to go swimming with the kids and I'm not going to just throw them in the pool, but I want to like interact with them, that I'm not too lazy or too tired to do it. So internal motivators are really important. They also give you, like, if you have an internal motivation, it gives you a sense of belonging. It gives you a sense of purpose. It kind of centers yourself. So a lot of times, like, the big hot word is why. What is your reason why you are trying to be a healthy mom? Or, oh, that was my baby that just hit the camera. She fell down. Hold on. Okay, so anyway, as I was talking about, was you need to find your why. You need to find the reason why you're doing it. A lot of times, extrinsic motivation disappears, or it ends, or it has a conclusion. And it's at those moments when your external motivation is no longer present, your internal motivation kicks in, and that's what's going to carry you until your next external motivation. Now, for me, sometimes external motivation is a little bit more motivating than maybe what is coming from inside. And I don't think that's bad. External motivation is not a bad thing. The only thing that's negative is when it's over, when the date comes or the event comes or whatever was externally motivating you, you reach your goal, then that's where it kind of is hard, because then you lose all of those habits, or you kind of put all those habits in the drawer and pick up where you left off before and what got you to that unhealthy place. So external motivators are not bad, but internal motivators are more important, because that's what's going to carry you over until your next motivation from an external source. So anyway, I would really encourage you, hopefully you've made a list, you've written it down, and then I would put that list up where you can see it everywhere. Put it on little Post-it notes and stick it in your car. Put it on your fridge. Put it on your mirror. Put it on the light switch right when you get up. So when you flip that light switch on in the morning, you look exactly at what your motivation is. Why are you trying to be healthy? Sometimes if it's not like right where we can see it, then our brains won't remember it. And so for me, like, you might see it all over my house, you know, pictures and Post-it notes and reminders. What is my motivation and why am I doing this? You got to get back to the goal. And then my last little tip is to make a mantra or some kind of affirmation that you can repeat in your head for your motivation. For me, short affirmations work best. I've heard a lot of affirmations that are long, you know, like a paragraph long, that they read every night and repeat to themselves, and I'm a believer of that, don't get me wrong. But for me, I need like a one line. I am a person who is healthy, enjoys healthy food, tracks their food, drinks all their water, exercises every day. Like, whatever it is that you want to focus on, pick one thing and repeat it to yourself so that you can have that motivation reminded on you all the time. Get back to that goal. Is this contributing to my goal, or is this decision contaminating my goal? Okay, so remember your motivations. Guys, have a very healthy Wednesday. I'm gonna give a shout out to Trish over at Just Sew Trish. She is fantastic at her Wellness Wednesdays and motivating words and all that kind of good stuff. So check out her channel here. Hello, Trish, if you're there. I give you a high five and a big hug because I think you're so motivating and good. And then there's a lot of other Wellness Wednesdays. So check back here frequently, many times throughout the week. Come to my channel because I'll be doing them each week, but not just me. There's a lot of other good moms out there who are just trying to walk this road of being healthy, and remind yourself what those goals are, what your motivation is, and you will be successful. Have a good one, guys.